Hey Alexa, who died?
Margaret Thatcher, Victoria of the United Kingdom, Brooke Burke, Abraham Lincoln, George VI of the United Kingdom, George V of the United Kingdom, Edward VIII of the United Kingdom, Edward VII of the United Kingdom, Elizabeth II, Kim Il-sung, Osho, George W. Bush, Madonna, Bill Clinton, George H. W. Bush, Aristotle, Sean Connery, Tony Blair, St. Peter, Wayne Rooney, Hillary Clinton, Prince Philip, Robert Todd Lincoln, John Major, Jackson Pollock, Mary Todd Lincoln, Mary Tyler Moore, Young De Bin, Charlton Heston, Charles I of England, Florence Nightingale, Cesar Borgia, Andrew Johnson, Dad Lincoln, Gary Coleman, Rose, James Callahan, Stephen Grover Cleveland, Soren Kierkegaard, James Buchanan, Gang Lu, Dolly, Guy Ritchie, Nero, William IV of the United Kingdom, Cynthia Nixon, James Monroe, Ewan Blair, Prince Albert, Peter I of Russia, John Stockton, Steve Ballmer, Mel Blanc, Thomas Becket, Laurel and Hardy, Keeley Hawes, Richard Chamberlain, William Wallace Lincoln, Mike the Headless Chicken, Brandy Chastain, Barack Hussein Obama, Sr., Kevin Durand, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Edward R. Murrow, Balto, Jan Michael Vincent, Edouard Henri Avril, Green Boots, Janet Reno, Amadi, Henri Fayal, Kathy Lee Gifford, Albert Francis Capone, Catherine Hahn, Nicholas Brendan, Maid Janamick, Benny Anderson, Rob Hall, Christopher Wren, Cherie Booth, Mac Dre, Tina Barrett, Diane Cilento, Billy Casper, Andrew Shue, Anne Francis, Spuds McKenzie, Sharon Gless, Eric Shinseki, Ernie Banks, Leo Burnett, Checkers Speech, Azaria Chamberlain Disappearance, Thomas Lincoln, Dick Vermeil, Pete the Pup, Michael A. Monsoor, Marta Kristen, Luis L. Ramos, Chris Claremont, Harry Seacombe, Paul Moriat, Tomas Ujfaluzzi, Jim Palmer, George Tukmajian, Marty McSorley, Gary Locke, Naoko Mori, Eric Wilson, Ileana Ramos, Dana Ashbrook, Christian Okoye, Roger Clinton, Roberta McCain, David Garrick, Thomas Eagleton, Virginia Bottomley, Helmut Habener, Bob Golick, Angelo Badalamenti, Charles Berry, Arthur Laffer, Asmahan, Joseph Liebgett, Jayam Bolinya, Scott Helvinston, Wayne Pigram, Bud Goa, Ed Parker, George Gilbert Scott, Grinling Gibbons, Girija Prasad Koirala, Humphrey, Zimtsum, Leon Lett, Levi Mwanawasa, Kirsten Costas, Alan Garcia, Joseph Strauss, John Vanbrugh, Olivia Chow, Joseph Papp, Charles Osborne, Konosuke Matsushita, Charles Haley, Russell Phillips, Auguste, and Louis Lumiere, Richard Norman Shaw, Carl Foreman, Nagi Noda, Eliza Monroe, Anu Garg, Studi Garg, Ken Green, Victor Yushchenko, James Monroe, Maria Monroe, Edward Baker Lincoln, Buddy, William Smith, Anita Bora, Micheline Roquebrune, Johnny Broom, Adelina Tadalo, X. Henry Goodenough, John D. Cummins, Sibigwe, Edward Gilbert, Thomas Cubitt, Theodore Hamburg, Mary Abigail Fillmore, George Black, Ernest Martin Jaa, Bailey Aldrich, Girls of the Golden West, Richard McBride, Vsevolod Abramovich, Robert Milne, Olaf F. Akerl, Joseph Hansom, Aston Webb, Oliver Tunstall Pedo, Professor Dan Pedo, Leila Coe, Sam Loeb, Shauna Howe, Jackie Tunstall Pedo, Alejandro Toledo, John Coe, Susie Tunstall Pedo, Tom Ford, Hugh Tunstall Pedo, James Goodridge, David Hoadley, William Tunstall Pedo, Raj Rajeshwar Saramadi Raja I Hindustan Maharaja Durajan Maharaja Shri Tit Singh Ji Sahib Bahadur, William Nib, William Pelham and Maharishi University of Management Stabbing.